It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for The Walking Dead. We got some exciting news coming out for fans of The Walking Dead comic books. The Walking Dead comics is back. Well, kind of. Negan returns. There's going to be a brand new issue of The Walking Dead coming out in July. It's going to be titled Negan Lives. So I'm super stoked about this. We're going to take a look at the article here from IGN. But before we get to that, one thing I want to mention is I actually learned about this on Twitter. I actually saw a retweet from Robert Kirkman, who is the author of The Walking Dead's comic book. So that's how I learned about this. But I'm going to take a look at the article that talks about this to learn a little bit more about what it means, when it's coming out, and all of that. So the article reads, Negan Lives. The Walking Dead comic returns in July 2020. So like a couple weeks away. But let's read this. The Walking Dead comic saved its biggest plot twist for last in 2019 as The Walking Dead issue number 193 turned out to be unpublicized series finale. But as luck would have it, creator Robert Kirkman and artist Charlie Adler aren't quite done with this long-running zombie universe. Today, Image Comics and Skybound Entertainment revealed Negan Lives number 1, a new standalone 36-page special focused on the fan-favorite villain. The one-shot issue will explore what happens to Negan after his final appearance in 2017's The Walking Dead issue number 174, with the story taking place sometime during or after the time gap introduced in issue number 193. So we have this awesome cover right here. One thing I do want to mention though is they wouldn't really number these issues unless there's going to be more of them. The cover itself doesn't say issue number 1, but it says July 1, which means it's going to be dropped on July 1st. So that's super exciting. But in the article they said it's Negan Lives number 1, but that's not on the actual cover. But what does that mean? Does that mean there's going to be more? It does hint at it, but because it's not on the cover, I wouldn't make any conclusions out of that just yet. But we know now that it's going to be a standalone issue. It's going to focus on Negan, but we don't know when it's going to be in terms of the timeline of it, whether it's going to be before or after the time gap in issue 193. But this is super awesome. I mean, look at Negan. I'm super stoked to see what we're going to see from Negan in this issue. By the way, every time I say super in this video, take a shot. You'll be drunk by the end of it. But this is a pretty awesome cover. The only thing missing is Lucille, but of course we do know that he burned Lucille, so there's going to be no more Lucille. But I'm really excited to see what side of Negan we're going to see. Obviously, we knew he lives because in the very final issue, they did tease at Negan being alive. I'm going to continue with the article here. Kirkman and Adler are motivated by more than mere nostalgia for their long-running series. Negan Lives number 1 is part of an industry-wide initiative to support struggling comic shops as they reopen and recover from the economic toll of the COVID-19 pandemic. So that's super awesome. I mean, it's good that they're doing this for a good cause, but also at the same time making fans happy as well. So that's awesome. Accordingly, Image and Skybound are making the issue entirely free for retailers, including waiving the shipping cost. They're shipping it out to retailers for free, so that's pretty cool. That doesn't mean that it's free for us, fans, because we have to pay the $4.99 cost to get our hands on it. We have to support comic shops as well, because I'm sure that most of the revenue of that is going to go to comic shops. So because of that, I think that's the very least we could do as fans of the comics or comic fans in general, just to kind of support the comic retailers as well. But there is a quote by Kirkman here. He says, I've been inspired by Steve Geppi or Geppi, not sure how to pronounce that, but Ann Diamond's effort to shine a light on how essential the direct market is to our beloved industry with their Back the Comeback campaign, said Kirkman in a Skybound press release. While Charlie Adler and I have laid the series to rest, this felt like something special we could do for the store owners who made our series a success to begin with. To that end, I'm happy to report that 100% of the revenue generated from this book will go to the stores selling it. So there you have it. I wasn't quite sure how much of it will actually go to comic retailers, but now we know 100% of it will go to them. So that's awesome. The retailers community does back-breaking work to get comics into the hands of our loving fans. We should all be doing more in these trying times to show them how appreciated they are. Warning, the following paragraph contains spoilers for The Walking Dead issue 193. So yeah, there's comic spoilers. So if you don't want to know, don't watch the rest of this video. So I'm going to continue. When readers last saw Negan, a vengeful Maggie tracked her husband Glenn's killer, only to discover Negan has indeed been reformed by his time as Rick's prisoner. No doubt the new issue will reveal whether Negan remains on a righteous path, how he reacts to Rick's assassination, and whether he ultimately finds happiness in a world recovering from the zombie apocalypse. So one thing I'm really excited about, and I'm hoping they address that in this issue, is whether he's going to find out Rick died or not, and how he's going to react to it. So that's part of what I'm super excited about for this issue. Negan Lives #1 is priced at $4.99 and is scheduled for release on Wednesday, July 1st. I'm definitely going to get my hands on it. I'll see when I can actually go to my comic shop to grab it. And that's pretty much the end of this article, but I'm so stoked for this. I mean, it was just about time for them to bring the comics back, even if it's a limited one-issue thing with Negan. I have a feeling they're gonna do more of these, maybe not for Negan, but for other characters. And if they do, I'm definitely pumped. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.